Hi everyone, and you're welcome to our first ever live. Uh, I hope my audio is clear to everybody. If it is clear, please drop in the comment that it is clear, and then we'll start this live, which is basically we have designed specially for talking about like what is Varenyam E. I'll do a little bit of adjustment right now. Varenyam E, and today we will be discussing about what is human manual and how this human manual actually help individuals to customize their practices, which can actually help them to improve their health and well-being. It is very important to understand before we practice wellness. uh, I mean, these days you'll see like people are so much concerned, you are so much concerned about your health and well-being, but there are a lot which is not yet you see, which is working out. And that's why we have designed Varenyam E. Varenyam E stand for, okay, let's do it in this way. So if you know what is Varenyam E and if you understand what Varenyam E stand for, then please write in comment that what is Varenyam E, what it stand for. We have been seeing people have been practicing things randomly, and which they believe that which can actually help them to improve their health and well-being, and it'll take a lot time. It also, they see a steady growth, and also they have one feeling that Varenyam, I mean the yoga, especially the yoga, we're talking about the yoga, takes a lot time to show the result, but it is not true. Yoga yoga works on root, and it also works very strongly, which helps actually improve your health and well-being. But the thing is, like, when it takes time, because see, like, whenever you see result is delayed, which is only because probably you're not yet know the right approach, and you're still figuring out. Once you hit the right aim, if you start working out right way, then only you see the changes, then only you see the improvements. For example, like, there are three major things that you must be taking care every day. That is your physical, your mental, and your emotional. I'm making things very simple, making things, which is understandable. Definitely, there are very deep theories that probably we not will not discuss right now here. We definitely need a very one-on-one engaging, or let's say very engaging, session where I can hear your questions and then answer you immediately. But you can definitely write your questions here in the comment, which will actually help me to understand, and probably will prepare some other videos which will be answering your questions. So this session, what we have designed right now, will be of 45 minutes, and this is kind of a demo to Varenyam E. We'll be trying to understand the human manual, and those human manuals can actually help you to craft your practices, which will help you to design your practice effectively, efficiently, to improve your health and well-being. So before starting that, I wanted to actually tell you like what all the topics we'll be covering today, and this is the first ever live session on spacely on, like, the whole structure that we have built in for the Varenyam E. So Varenyam E stand for Varenyam, where educating. So we are focusing on educating you with the concept, with the techniques, how those concepts and techniques can actually help you to draft your regime, to build your practice, and to actually work on your health and well-being. We have seen, these days there are so many lifestyle disorders, especially let's take about diabetes, which is very famous. Diabetes, I mean, you see like people, more of people, like, they get, once if they have diabetes, it becomes very hard to, reverse it. You'll see like many advertisement where you'll see they will be telling you like they can reverse the diabetes, and there are some practices they tell you, there's some food discipline they ask you to follow, then there are some lifestyle changes they ask you to follow. And once you look at all those guidelines, once all those, the framework, it's become hard to actually follow, and you have to dare to follow that, you have to dare to do those. And this is why it is happening, because they believe that this symptom, which is common in everybody, which will only be able, people will only be able to actually overcome those problems if they follow the same set of rules. I'm not saying that those rules, I'm not saying those disciplines are useless. Definitely those are useful, but only challenge is that customizing it for the individual. Once you need to understand to what extent you need to do it, this is the missing part. Understanding actually who you are, and then doing something will be more impactful than you just copy some others preferences and then try to do it, because everybody has a differences, it is unique, your structure is unique. And here to tell you one thing, that when you see some, when you buy a car, when you buy a laptop, when you buy a mobile phone, it comes along with a manual. And to ask you like, do you I mean, do you understand the significance of manual? Do you understand why manual is important? Then only you will be able to correlate that with this live session. Because as things get structured, as things get built, there is a manual which actually helps individual operators to operate it optimistically. And here, when we talk about human manual, it is also the same. If the humans, us, if we do not understand what is our manual, then it becomes very hard for us to maintain, manage, and take the most of it. And that's the only problem, and we wanted to solve that problem, we wanted to work out on that problem. Because we have seen the results are getting delayed when they practice yoga, then practice wellness. And personally at Varenyam, we wanted to cut down the time frame and make it very short, to see the differences, to see the improvement, to see people are healing, to see transformation. And then we started working out, when started building that, and then we found there's so much gap between individual mindset of being healthy, being maintaining their well-being, from actually it is happening. It is similar like we are fighting the bullet in blindfolded, which we don't know where it will hit, and but we are believing that we are hitting at the right place. Just doing the yoga, just doing the fitness activities like gym or cardio or HIT will not actually give you the whole result. Maybe like people will say no, consistency, discipline is all the secret sauce. But I would say it is not the only. Definitely at the lower level, at the beginner class, it is important. But going in long run, if you do not structure the whole progress, if you do not structure the whole practices, then it will not give you any result which you are desired for. It will definitely give you mechanical benefits of your muscles getting strengthened, and a small benefits like which will make you feel fit. But actually, if you are thinking about the whole benefit of yoga, if you're thinking about the whole benefit of our ancient system, ancient healthcare system, preventive healthcare system, like the Ayurveda, yoga, naturopathy, and all this will not work at as like you are you are hoping for. So first question is like, do you understand three about the three dosa, Vat, Pitta, and Kapha, which is very famous. I believe like you will be knowing it. I believe like you will be practicing that. and this is one of the ingredient of the our human manual. It is not the only, but definitely one of the ingredient. So to understand the whole human manual, basically we need to do one thing. We need to engage with ourselves, we need to listen our signals, we need to understand ourselves better, and we have to spend more time with us, with yourself. You have to spend more time with yourself. You have to do self assessment, which will actually help you to structure, which will help you to structurally understand who you are and how it actually operates. Let's say your eyes, your nose, which are sensory organs. Like your sensory organs give you signals, give you sense, give it actually helps you sense things. But do you understand the differences? Like when, so let's say you're sensing it, but how you'll make decision out of it, how you'll understand what you're sensing. It's very simple: cold and heat, that you can easily sense and you can differentiate. But there, it is not only limited to that. Probably we are underplaying if we just focus on the very basic, I mean, the very basic sensations that we are sensing. There are a lot inside. So first we'll start in this talk about the sensory organs, and then we'll get into the elements. Like, so to understand the human manual, first I wanted to actually discuss with you about, famously there are five elements, but in yogic science, it is not just the five element, there are 24 elements. This is the difference. We only do things based on that, and rarely we actually use those five elements to actually maintain health and well-being. I mean, if I ask you, like, where you see those five elements are playing a role in your health and well-being practices, then I think, like, I doubt like somebody will be knowing and replying on that. I see people do asanas. I see people do pranayams blindfoldly. I see people practicing, meditation. I see people following the food discipline, but it is all blindfoldly, because without knowing themselves, without knowing the effect of that. So to understand that, before get into understand how those practices will help you, there are six tools in the yogic system which can help you to help maintain your health and well-being. Those are asanas, pranayam, mudra, bandh, meditation, and mantra. These are the six tools generally that can actually help you to design your regime to maintain your health and well-being. But before designing that, you need to understand what are those 24 elements, not the five elements, not those five elements, famous those five elements, but the 24 elements. So there are things you need to understand in the human manual. You need to understand those for 24 elements, the building block of you need to understand the chakra system. You need to understand basically all those in building blocks which actually defines you. You need to understand the three layers. You need to understand the five layer system of the body, which is panchkosa. You need to understand three layer of the body, like physical, mental, and emotional layer. You need to understand all this, and you need to put it in a right order. You need to understand where the exact problem happening. You need to understand what exactly you need to do, and that is all will happen smoothly, easily, not going with a random approach to all those concepts, but structuring those concepts to understand in detail, in depth about yourself, is the main purpose of designing a Varenyam E, the workshop Varenyam E. And here, if you are interested, if you're thinking that you really want to go through the whole journey of understanding yourself, then I am inviting you to register yourself for the upcoming workshop, live workshop that we'll be doing. The link is already in the description, which is like, there you can just become part of the community of Varenyam E, and you get benefited from the workshops. We'll keep doing the workshops, and you can join that workshops again and again and understand the human manual. But yes, today, the day when we definitely try to make sure that everyone who joins this live session has some take away from here, which can work out back on themselves and see how the transformation happens, how the magic of yoga works, how actually you see the real magic of our ancestors who have been working hard on this developing this preventive healthcare system, the healthcare system we call it, like ancient healthcare system we can call it. They have smartly built the whole system, the ecosystem, which can make sure, which can ensure your complete health and well-being, just not to make you feel fit or live a life without a medicine, but even though thrive in your life, be energetic, do the you know take bigger responsibilities, do a great thing in your life and enjoy your life. Next almost 30 minutes will be completely focusing on understanding the human manual one by one after one. And why I'm not keeping any graphics here to make you understand those, I'm just talking with you because I want you to be interactive here in this live. Drop in the chat, and if you're watching this video after this live, probably I will still expect from your side to drop your questions there in the comments so that we can reply over that, or we even create another video which may help you to watch that video anytime. You can subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will be getting all those video notification immediately on YouTube. So let's start understanding the human manual. So first, what we'll do basically from here, we'll try to understand what are those 24 elements. First, what are those 24 building blocks element of this universe? And as you know, there's a saying, Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande. So means like what you are is similar, the whole universe is. So we are made of the same elements, so that if we understand that, it will becomes very easy to understand ourselves. And comparatively, you can do a comparative analysis to make sure that you understand yourself well, and you then take a corrective measure, you then take a right approach, so that it will take a very less time, it will take a very less effort to improve your health and well-being. Okay, so those 24 elements are majorly, if I just take it in order, there are five Gyanendriye, then five Karmendriye, then four Antachatustak. Four Antachatustak means like it is Man, Buddhi, Chit, and Ahankar. These are the four Antachatustak, five Gyanendriya, five Karmendriya. This is collectively 14. Now five elements, Panchabhutas, that is earth, water, fire, air, and sky. And those next five, the remaining five, is called Tanmatra. Very important, Tanmatra. I don't know how many of you know about it, but in the yogic system, there is a big significance of Tanmatras, which makes you interact with the real world. How those things will be impacting on you, how the food will be impacting on you, how the sunlight will be impacting on you, how the scenery will be impacting on you, how everything apart from you in this sansar, in this world, will be impacting on you. That actually covers in those remaining five elements, that is called Tanmatra: Roop, Ras, Gandh, Spars, and Swad. So those five different tanmatras are very useful. Panchbhutas are also very important. So if you look at that, also somewhere you will find that they will be talking about 11, elements, which is called Indriya, 11 Indriya. So that is Gyanendriya 5, Karmendriya 5, and 1 Man is also associated there. So our mana is actually at the center. Okay, it plays a role in both the side. Sometimes it's become a one element of, like, Indriya, which makes you experience things, which makes you take part in actuation. Also it takes some time become, like, observer. So man has two roles. Sometimes it works like Indriya, sometimes it does not works like Indriya. When it is purely associated with analysis, when it is purely associated with inner self, then it becomes the internal four core part, which is called Anta Chatustak: Man, Buddhi, Chit, and Ahankar. This four. So this fourth, the Ahankar, which is the identity of you, the belief that you believe of about yourself is called ahankar, like who you are. So these has definitely a significance role, playing a significant role in our health and well-being. Somebody, when they believe that they cannot change something, they cannot change in themselves, they cannot change their lifestyle, then it becomes very hard for them to improve. Also, like, I would quote, Gitanand, Swami Gita, Dr. Gitanand, Maharaj, who smartly have, listed out 12, kind of tools for the self-assessment that we can discuss later on, or we can discuss in detail in our workshop. But here, just to make sure that you understand that self-assessment is important, one of the important, key in crafting your suitable health and well-being regime. So these 24 elements are the building blocks of you. What it does, 5 Gyanendriya, you see, Gyanendriya is majorly on this, it is to sense things. And if just imagine, if you're sensing, you're getting the signals, but if you are not able to convert those signals in information in right way, if there is some congestion, or let's say some disturbance happens, or some noises get add on to those signals you're getting, then what will happen? Then the information will be disrupted, and then it will make a different sense, and probably what will happen, it will start damaging the whole you. So this is what happens. The sensory organs are important. We need to refine our sensory organs. To refine our sensory organs, we have to do some of kind of the practices which takes you, which makes you feel hard, which actually trains you and give you control on your mind. Once you control on your indriya, it becomes easy for you to control on your mind, and then direct your mind in a right direction. So let's say, if you're doing asanas, if you're doing pranayam, or if you're doing working out on your food discipline, or if you are working out your own lifestyle, then all these ingredient, all these elements are very important. It plays a very significant role, because if you see you are not being consistent on those routines, then probably these senses, these indriyas are the responsible for that. And if you don't know where is the actual problem, then it becomes very hard for you. It takes a long time. Let's say that you can do in 21 days, probably it will take 1 year. And this is how you see yoga and well-being is not giving you result in 21 days, rather than it will take almost 1 year for you to get to reach to that place, because you're randomly trying things, you don't know where to fix. You keep trying and changing, and probably you are changing the thing which is still working fine. This is what happens, the problem. So if somebody understand their human manual, then it becomes easy, because they know where to fix, they know what to fix, they know how to fix. And then once you know where, what, and how, it becomes really impactful. You are cutting down all the unnecessary effort, and you are doing the right thing at the right time, on the right place. And this is how we can maximize the impact, we can maximize our result in very short period of time, in very short amount of effort. And this definitely give you a better result. So I don't know, like, how you feel about it, but I am giving you one guarantee that if you understand this, if you work out on this, then there is nothing can stop you to get the result in a very fast and significant manner. So next we are moving to the other part in this, the whole structure of understanding the human manual, and that is the 3 layers, which is majorly known and easily understandable. That because, like, you every day you experience it, you understand it, but you need to understand the relation between it, you need to understand the correlation between it, and you need to understand, establish a balance between this. So the first is the physical layer. Generally you see the physical layer, the skin, bone, muscles, endocrine system. If I have to define this, it is like, you're starting from your nervous system, central nervous system, from your nervous system, autonomous nervous system. So combining all this as a nervous system. To in nervous system, your cardiovascular system, your respiratory system, you understand, right? So your nerves, your spinal cord, all this comes in. So your nervous system, your cardiovascular system, your respiratory system, your endocrine system, your hormones, how your hormones were working, like how your glands are syncing with each other, how they are finding a balance between each other. For example, you see, there's a your inside in your brain there is two major glands which are also known as the master gland, pineal and pituitary. If they have not in balance, if they're not balancing each other, then what no the problem happens is called psychosomatic disorders, psychosomatic imbalance, which is I mean, some or the less or the more to more extent, like I what I see, I believe, like most of the people actually experience that, like when your mind is so much energetic and powerful and planning so smartly, but your body is not able to follow it up. And sometimes you're physically so much active, you're so super active, like you're hyperactive, it seems like somebody boost your energy, but your mind does not have any clarity. So that time what happens, it becomes like a random electron which is moving here and there, electron speed is 10 to the power 7 when it is free electron, but when it is uh, directed electron, its speed is 10 to the power minus 7, but you still see the current, the amount of current you see, the the result you see from that current is tremendous, is really amazing, like it is wow. So you see the light blowing, I mean glowing. But when you see the free electron which is not directed, then you do not see any result out of it. This is what happens, your body is super active like the free electron, but not has a clear direction. Then you will not see any difference, you will not see any result coming out of it. And that's why balancing between this, this psycho and somatic, balancing between the pineal and pituitary gland is very important. And so your endocrine system, balance of your endocrine system is really very important. Now you see, your body has received a signal, and then your pancreas spiked the sugar in your body. And then what happens, your body, your blood streams are not capable enough to tap that with oxygen, probably glucose with the oxygen, and slow what happens, like you experience that your body experiencing a sugar spike. And this is what result as diabetes, which is in general, in detail, if you look at this, the whole concept, it is very simple, that your body is not understanding what is happening inside, and it is doing something, and in result you are facing a big trouble called diabetes. Similarly, if you look at all the problems, if you look at all the illness, lifestyle disorders, you will majorly you will see it is your system which is not understanding the signal and fighting the wrong trigger, which end up making you experience those problems in your body. If you understand the human's manual, then it becomes easy to correct that. It becomes easy to work out there. It becomes easy to maximize the result. That's why you need to understand the three layers of the body: physical, mental, and emotional. The physical layer, once you understand the muscular system, your skeleton of your entire body, then it will become easy, like how you can nurture it, how you can supply the enough the resources which can actually boost its health and maintain its well-being. For example, you're choosing your body too much, you're getting into too much physical activities, but you're not relaxing yourself. Then what will happen, you will be actually breaking down your bodies, and then the whole body will get into a state where it will get into a loop to being unhealthy and being maintaining, not maintaining its health and well-being. So if you understand that, if you understand how to balance, then it becomes easy. And it is only possible when you understand the human manual. I'm trying hard to make you understand the significance of knowing the human manual, because I know this subject becomes harder, and you may think like, oh, there is nothing, there is another thing I need to learn. Every day I see things, there are a lot of things to learn, and then again one new thing is coming. But my friend, you need to understand the health is very important part for you. Like if you are not maintaining your health, then you're losing everything what you have earned till now. So this becomes very important. It has a great significance in our life to understand and learn the human manual as early as possible, so that you can do and you can direct your decisions. You can, take your decision, you can direct your action in a right way, to not to damage you, but to maintain and improve your health and well-being. That's why it is very important to understand. Now coming to the next layer, from understanding the physical layer, which is majorly, known by everybody, that what I believe, if somebody who is interested and if somebody who try to maintain their health and well-being, they will be knowing it, that what is their physical layer, all these systems, and how their organs functions, how their digestive system functions, how their extractor system functions. If your extractor system not functioning properly, let's say you're not properly sweating, if you're not going for urination properly, if it is not happening properly, if your stool, facing a lot of troubles, then definitely you will see toxins will be increasing in your body, and that will be damaging the other in the body parts. So making sure that all these functions properly, you need to know the system, and you need to take the right approach to correct that. For example, if somebody facing a trouble with their extractor system, generally they will see the constipation related problem will be there, and to counter the constipation related problem, they need to actually look at the right problem inside their body. Sometimes you see like you keep trying, having those herbs, you keep trying following the routine, and then still take a long time. But my friend, if you understand the human manual, it becomes easy for you. Like, snap of the finger, you can just heal yourself faster. Like, do you need to take Trifala? Do you just need to take a Usapan early morning, getting up and drinking the lukewarm water? Or you just need to move little bit of your, abdominal region, or you need to do some exercise? What you need to exactly do, and to what extent you need to do, that is what you need to understand. Too much or too less will not give you a result. Exact with the right amount will give you the right result in the right time, in a very less period of time. So that's what, if you're randomly trying it, it will not give you the exact result. And once in a while, whenever it will hit the right place, then only you will see the result, and then you will feel, oh, it took a long time to get it there itself. But if you understand the whole system, it becomes easy. Now coming to the mental layer, from the physical layer, the mental layer has three major layers. I'm talking about mental layer from the lens of yogic science, not from the psychological science. Why I'm telling you, but from the psychology, because in psychology they also speak about the three layers, but in yogic system we also speak about the three layers, but the layers are different. But if I combine both, then I have to talk about the four layers to explain the mental layer. So I'll stick to the yogic system so that you get the exact clarity. So in yogic system, when we talk about the mental layer, it is the conscious mind, it is unconscious mind, and then the superconscious mind. The conscious mind, where you see the chatters happening, where you see the thoughts coming, where you see the analysis happening, where you see the pros and cons you're discussing with yourself, you're trying to analyze and understand. But the moment you sleep, the moment you get in a relaxed mode, the moment you feel that there's nothing, no load on your mind, then it will go slow down, and then you will see it is relaxed. So majorly you see if somebody is stressed more, then that is only because of their conscious mind. But there is another layer which is deeper inside, which is unconscious mind, where the right blueprint of how your mind will be responding, how it will be reacting. So the conscious mind can create copies of itself and can associate with a different object or subject. Let's say spatial subject will be the better saying. So your conscious mind can actually copy, and it can associate with the subject and can keep engaging with that. But your attention, which is limited, so let's say your one copy of mind still engage with one subject and still doing it, analyzing it, but you're not aware of it. Sometimes suddenly you will get, oh, this is how it works, or like, you'll get an idea immediately. And let's say you have been thinking about a problem, and somehow what happened, like you got completely out of the blue and you're thinking about something else, and all of a sudden you got a hit. Oh, I mean, you got an idea out of that. That is happening because your conscious mind can create copies and can associate with the subject of your interest. It is not a subject, any subject, but it is subject of your interest. A healthy mind get 60,000 thought a day, but people complain that they get over. I mean, they get into a stage, like they call it like I'm overthinking. Is it possible, like more than 60,000 to handle in a day? Completely no. It is not possible. Only you feel overthinking when you are unable to handle the thoughts. Your mind, conscious mind, is like a platform, and the thoughts are like train. It's like flight. They'll keep coming. They'll keep going. You have to decide where with what you need to engage. And if you start engaging with everything, will start engaging with every flights, then it become a problem. Then only you see you are juggled with multiple thoughts. And once you see like, okay, this pattern is automatically going on, you don't have control on that, then only you face and you see, okay, this is called the overthinking state. So I mean, just wanted to make sure that how, what is the difference between the overthinking and the stress, and where it exactly work. Why? Because I just want to give you a sense of, knowing that how this human manual can make you understand and heal yourself. If you know exactly where is the problem, then it becomes very easy. If you want to understand and learn it in detail, register for the workshop. The link is already there in the description, so that we'll share with you the whole workbook, and also will make you go through those exercises to understand your own human manual. And one thing again, to make sure that you understand that what I'm talking about, the human manual, is not same for everybody. I have a structure. You need to work out on that to understand your human manual. So basically, there is the system which will help you to understand the whole your own human manual. Definitely, the building blocks will be the same, but the responses, the reactions, the orientation may change. So that's why you definitely need to go through those exercises. You definitely need to go through as early as possible, not just you, but your family, your friends, your, I mean, well wishers, everyone around you definitely need to go through that before spending and, let's say, wasting their time, so much precious time, hard time, in doing anything and trying to maintain their health and well-being. uh, to make sure they're, reaching there, they are maintaining their health and well-being, definitely they need to go through that. So from conscious mind to unconscious mind, which is kind of dark room, which keeps secrets, which has the blueprint of your life. If somebody can access to your unconscious mind, they can make, they can understand what are the decisions you may take in which conditions. So it's become very easy to understand anybody, if you understand their unconscious mind, because you understand the patterns, you understand what is the rule book for this guy, how they're responding, how they'll be reacting, what they will be doing, how they will be perceiving things, even their sensory organs, their, their indriya, how their indriya will be functioning. This all will be tapped, recorded there. It's like a hard code system which actually defines the individual, but this is not the only definition. That's what I'm saying. The human manual, the hard coding of the human manual is there in the unconscious mind. And then there is another layer in your mind that is called superconscious mind, which is very powerful, very powerful. The superconscious mind is something like, you can say, if somebody says like they have the blessings of, supreme power of God, then this blessings in form of instruction, or in form of, thoughts, in form of guidelines, or in form of, you know guides, comes in their superconscious mind. So the supreme power talks with you in superconscious mind. Let's say like you have been facing a lot problem, then all of a sudden you got an idea, or let's say you got an action plan, or let's say you did something and the whole problem gone. And then you know being thankful to God, you will being thankful to supreme power, that they have guided you, they have helped you, they had helping you only via superconscious mind. So this is the place where you both share your wherever you believe, wherever you have the faith, with whomever you have the faith, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Krishna, Lord Krishna, or anybody, or Lord Goddess Durga, or anybody, any god or goddess you see, wherever you have a faith, a strong bonding, you share strong bonding, Hanumanji, you share strong bonding. They speak to you, they talk to you, they consult you, they help you in the space which is called superconscious mind. This is what the yogic system explain. And we need to refine all these three layers. Believe me, friends, what I'm talking about right now, this in this human manual, I have talked about the 24 elements. I have talking about the mind layers of the mind. We need to refine all these. We need to correct. We need to take a corrective measures. We need to understand what are the actions, what are the corrective measures we have to take, and how we have to do it. And to do anything with all these, you need six tools, and that is yoga explains that about that six tools: asanas, pranayama, mudra, bandh, meditation, and one. So alone these six tools has no great responses, no great result on you. It will not give you a great result. It will only give you great result if you, it will only help you to a higher extent if you understand the manual and you take the right action there itself. Now, after understanding the mental layer, let's come to the emotional layer, which is very interesting. I really like talking about the emotional layer because this is something which is kind of trap, but also kind of freedom. One who feel free, one who access to real freedom, they understand this emotional layer. And one who get tapped, one who get like manipulated, that is only because of the emotional layer. So if you understand the emotional layer, it becomes very easy to empower your emotional layer, strengthen your emotional layer. So in emotional layer there are two major sections, two major part of the emotional layer. One where we deal with the experiencing emotion, and the other where we deal with the expressive emotion. So the expressive emotion is majorly when you express yourself with your friends, family, colleagues, and whatever you see outside, you express. Still, it will not give you guarantee if you're not understanding the whole manual. It will not give you guarantee that your expression is conveyed in a right way. You may be expressing the right thing, but it got received in a wrong way and it perceived in a wrong way, and that will again create another problem. So majorly you see, like with your close one, if you see a differences comes when you see a misunderstanding happening, that is only because of the expressive emotions. You don't need, you don't know like how their emotionals, the building blocks are, like how they perceive to the emotions. If you understand that, it becomes easy to draft, let's say draft your emotion, expressive emotion in right way, let's say stuffing in a right way, and then communicating it. For example, let's say if I speak Hindi, for example, then if you're talking to me in Hindi, it will be very, very easy for me to understand. But if you're talking in English and I'm talking in Hindi, probably it becomes very hard to communicate. This is how it happens with the emotional layer in the expressive emotion. You need to express the emotion in a way that they perceive. This is how we have to master the expressive emotion. The other part is the experiential emotion. You know how they are expressing, so you need to restructure your understanding. You need to put a filter. That filter will be majorly associated with the individual who is expressing emotions to you. Let's say a X is a guy is expressing something to me, so the persona of X, with how this guy, what is the structure of their emotion, expression of the emotions, that I'll put along with, and then I'll filter and try to get the right emotion out of it. So that is how we need to empower ourselves. Our ancestors, our rishi munis, they have been so smart that they have discovered all these systems. Today I had less time to actually detail you about it, and also it was majorly, this live session was to make sure that it is an introductory session for all of you, and we'll keep doing this live session so that our audience will be knowing and understanding why human manual is important and how it can help individual to thrive in their lives. So guys, thank you so much. Remaining part, like I have discussed about 24 elements, I have discussed about the three layers of the body. There are more, there are many more that need to understand, but I believe like after understanding these 24 and those three layers of the body, you will be understanding the significance, and you will be understanding more about yourself. You will be understanding, you'll be able to figure it out, like how you work, how the system works inside your body. You definitely need to do a self assessment to make sure that you are understanding well about yourself. Now there's a bonus, like you, whoever have been long to you, whoever have been with me till now, that they must, they definitely deserve some bonus points from my side. Three things I'll say today that is the most important for anybody in their life, to thrive in, to I mean, thrive in their life and to maintain their health and well-being: your energy, your attention, and your time. The time I'm keeping in the least one comparatively to these three. Your energy, that save, try to focus completely on saving your energy as much as possible, so that wherever you put your energy, you get, the intensity, you put the right intensity, the high intensity of energy, so that it will take very less time. The second is your attention. If you can save your attention, because the attention is key, it is important. Wherever you keep your attention, you become focused there itself, and then you take the right action, you do the right action, you take the right decision. So then once you save your energy, then focus on saving your attention, and then once you have saved these two, then focus on the saving your time. Because like all these three are the resources for your life. These are the very very expensive thing in your life. Every day you get it, but if you're not properly spending these three things, then probably you will become, the poorest one in this world. So, you know keep saving it, because these three only will help you to transform yourself. It will help you to maintain your health and well-being. Your energy is more important, because your energy will always keep healing you. Don't matter, it does not matter like you are doing anything hard to maintain your health and well-being or not. But if you just save, focus on saving your energy, because your body itself has designed to, heal itself. There is an inside, there is a doctor, the smartest doctor of this world inside in your body. If you give enough resources to that smart doctor, it will naturally heal yourself, it will naturally heal your body, it will naturally heal your mind, it will naturally heal yourself to complete, and you will maintain health and well-being. So save your energy, save your attention, save your time, and how you will save it, that you need to figure it out. And stay tuned, and subscribe this channel, like this video, share with the person you feel like they also want to need to understand this before getting late in their life. And this is very important. Try to learn the human manual as early as possible. This is our flagship, this is our special innovation in Varenyam. Like we have been working since like 2018 continuously, focusing on R&D, and now we have come up with this. Now we are fully active on, taking this lessons to individuals. So keep supporting us, keep sharing the video, and join our Varenyam E Workshop whenever it is happening. Link in is already in the description, so you can register there and ask your friends and family to also register there. Join as many as possible so that I can help you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.